This man is a 33-year-old pedophile with an 18-year history of molesting children. He's sexually aroused by male children between the ages of 9 and 13. However, while he's aroused by sexual contact with such children, he's not aroused by inflicting pain, by suffering, terror, or humiliation. Thus, he is a non-sadistic offender, since sadists are aroused by pain and suffering. He was an athletic director at a school, and he operated by identifying vulnerable children and becoming close to them.
There is no boundaries. Let me rephrase that. There was no boundaries for me. No place was off limits. No time was off limits. And no set of circumstances was off limits. At any time that I saw an opportunity to get what I wanted, which was to rape or molest, I took advantage of that. There were times that I raped in a car with the parents in the front seat, me in the back seat with the children. The child would feel such a bond of trust that the child would decide, okay, I'd like to go to sleep. And I'd manipulate the child and lay him across the seat and molest the child with my hand on his penis, by forcing my hand on his penis while the parents were in the front seat. There were other times that I molested and raped while at work, where I simply manipulated the child into coming into my office, and I just very simply locked the door and proceeded to do what I wanted to do, which was to rape the child. My nephew, I raped him for a period of 9 years. Raped and molested him for a period of over 9 years. And very few cases did I rape him in which no one was in the house. I have 11 male rape victims. I have one female rape victim. And I have approximately 1,250 male molest victims.
It was power and control. I was grooming her from the age of, it started about the age of 1. When I was the punisher, I was the one who decided punishment over the children. I was the one who spanked the children. I was the one who punished the children. And if I seen the children doing anything wrong, even bickering, arguing amongst themselves, I would whip them and tell them, you know, just kids playing. I would tell myself, well, she's not going to be like that. She is going to be the perfect mate. And I told myself that. And I didn't molest her then.
The perfect mate.
The perfect mate. I was grooming her to fit me. To fit me.
And at what age?
I started at about a year. I started grooming her, whooping her, and telling her to do this, not do that. Then when I molested her at 18 months old.
This next man, Gerald, is a sadistic sex offender. As he'll tell us, he is sexually aroused by inflicting pain. The victim he's describing is his 9-year-old stepson.
After about 2 years of molesting my son and all the pornography that I had been buying, renting, swapping, I had gotten my hands on some bondage and discipline pornography with children involved. And some of the reading that I had done and the pictures that I had seen showed total submission, forcing the children to do what I wanted. And I had eventually started using some of this bondage and discipline with my own son. And it had escalated to the point where I was putting a large Ziploc bag over his head and taping it around his neck with black duct tape or black electrical tape and raping and molesting him at that point, to the point that he would turn blue, pass out.
There is a myth in this culture, and a powerful one, that people can tell if other people are lying by the way they act. Liars, people think, act nervous. They can't look people in the eye. Sex offenders know better. They make it their business to trade on other people's myths. They look people in the eye. They use fluid hand gestures. They deny vigorously and aggressively. And what's more, they often do kind and generous things for others as a cover for their deviant activities. There were many children, these people in this film molested, who reported them, but they were simply not believed. We will never deal effectively with the problem of sexual aggression if we do not first find, examine, and deal with the myths we use to make ourselves feel safe.